All right, everybody. Happy start to June. Crazy day around the NFL. And I figured with the one trade with Myles Garrett, I would just go live later on in the day with the Q&A OT. But now we got two trades. We got a lot that took place because now we have not one but two blockbuster trades involving two of the best players at their respective positions. Myles Garrett going to the Rams for Jared Verse and some draft picks. And now A.J. Brown. Yeah, we're seeing the end of her career for the A.J. News. A.J. Brown going to the New England Patriots, which was rumored for a while was about the worst kept secret in the league. Great day for your Pats. How's it going, Blue League? Appreciate you being here. But the worst kept secret in the NFL that Myles Garrett was going to be, that A.J. Brown was going to be going to New England. How's it going? Yeah, a couple of bombs up. You're not kidding on that one, Adrian. You're not kidding on that one. You know, shock Pikachu face. Yeah, A.J. Brown's not shocking. We knew it was coming. Myles Garrett. Yeah, we're gonna talk about both these trades. This is crazy. You living life right now? Yeah. So, let's talk about both these trades. Again, Rams for the Super Bowl this year. They are the favorites. The Rams know this is their window. The Rams know for sure this is their window. Which I completely understand, seeing as Matthew Stafford's not getting any younger. They know this is their window. And they've been in the F them picks mantra for a while. So, they've been in that for a while. Jalen Hurts will be fine, all these haters. I think, look, they drafted a receiver in the first round. I think they're going to be okay. They're going to be okay. Eagles fan, not a shock, thanks for memories, but more trouble than he was worth. Absolutely. By the end of it, it was time to move on. Well, Brown want to go to the Pats to see insane. How's it going, Summer? Yeah, 2028, that's big. They don't give up a 2027 first, because that's going to be a loaded class. So the Pats going to keep a pick in 2027. That's pretty fair compensation. This trade stinks. Fly, how's it going? Yeah, I'll put up a poll. Who do you think won that trade? You hit the like button on the way. Absolutely. Pat's side trade for Thibodeau. It won't surprise me. It would not surprise me. Let me put up a poll. Try to see when we woke up. Yep. How's it going? Happy June. Again, no surprises here with that. Are the Browns just in a perpetual state of sync? I mean, look, I think the Browns got a hell of a haul. I think Cleveland got a heck of a haul. By the time they're realistically able to compete, OBJ is back, not surprised by that. I'm not sure he has anything left in the tank. By the time he's able to compete, or the Browns are going to be able to compete when they get the quarterback, I think Garrett's going to be out of his prime. Jared Verse is a really good player, obviously, Defensive Rookie of the Year. He's a really, really good pass rusher. They got one insane haul. They have 2 firsts next year. They have Jared Verse. They get a first-round pick in a loaded class. They get a 2028 second and a 2029 third. So they get 3 picks inside the first 2 days for the next 3 years. On top of the picks they already have. I think it's a good trade for the Browns. I think the Browns did a very good move. And I agree with the statement that Barry put out. Yeah, Browns got younger, got good draft picks. Yep. Yeah, they did. Niners said disappointment was measurable in Days Road. Yeah, I think it's a win-win for both parties. How's it going, Nick Video? Appreciate you being here. Yeah, Rams are now the favorites. They're in win-now mode, knowing that Stafford doesn't have too much left in the tank. Myles Garrett is still a phenomenal player. The Rams have been successful every time they trade away high capital for a player and gave up first-round picks. Les Snead knows how to operate this. Yeah, they're setting themselves up for 2 successful 5-12 seasons. Dolphins, Rams, yeah. We gotta find a way to rally. They could. They could definitely do that. Only problem with the Browns guys that those picks are going to be lower. Yeah, but still, I mean, the 2027 class is pretty loaded. 28, 29. If Stafford retires early, those picks will be pretty high. If Stafford retires early and Ty Simpson's not the guy. Oh, yeah, they've had the graphics in for a while for A.J. Brown. That's the least surprising news of all time. Do you want Browns to become Diva? I mean, that's every receiver. Yeah, win-win for the Garrett trade. Win-win for the Garrett trade. The Rams' window is now with Stafford. NFC West is cooked, yes. Versus the Browns defense, I mean, he's a great player. So I think he's going to fit right in. I mean, he's going to start right away. He's going to fit right in. Jared Verse is really, really good. Super Bowl or bust for the Rams? Yep, it is Super Bowl or bust. Myles wrecked Trevor Bank. Yeah, he's the FC's problem now. Yeah, thank God for that. Thank God for that. We don't have to deal with him. Thank God we don't have to deal with Myles Garrett anymore because I was not looking forward to that game. Yeah, we got Brown. Yep, not surprised by that, Celtics. Not surprised at all. One of the least surprising trades in the history of the NFL, but I think it's a very, very good move for both parties. I think it's an extremely good move for both parties, actually. For the Patriots, obviously, you get a really good receiver, and you don't give them a first-round pick in 2027. You keep your pick in the loaded class of 2027. You get a fifth-round pick in 27. I'm surprised they didn't give a day 2 pick. Like, I think the Eagles could have gotten a little bit more. I think the Pats won that trade. I think they've gotten a little bit more. Yeah, Russell Wilson retired, but yeah, no surprises there. His arm was cooked. His arm is completely cooked. We saw it last year when he came up for the Giants. He's cooked. I think he has no chance to make the Hall of Fame. Yeah, let's come on. I've all the times he took 30 and 30. Yeah, let him go back to work at this point. Yeah, two of the biggest trades happened on the first day of June. Rams and Pats expect to be contenders. Yes, they are. Absolutely. Yeah, one of these still coming. The other, yeah, no one saw the Myles Garrett trade coming. No one saw the Myles Garrett trade coming. AJ Brown, no surprises. We knew for a fact that 2020, we knew that a fact that June 1st was going to be the day that happened, but 2027, less shocking trade than AJ Brown? No, not really. No, that's probably the least shocking trade I can remember in quite some time. Matthew with a $5 just off work, what the Browns get and what the Eagles get. So the Browns got a lot. They got Jared Verse. Appreciate the $5 on that one. Yeah, Russ off the CBS. Not surprised by that. Not surprised by that. He did an audition with them last year, so. Oh, very good. Yeah, he's not Hall of Fame. He's not Hall of Fame. No, he played himself out of the Hall of Fame. So the Browns got a lot. The Browns got a Jared Verse. They got a 2027 first-round pick. They got a 2028 second-round pick. And they got a 2029 third-round pick. So they have a first, a second, and a third, plus a Jared Verse. And then, for A.J. Brown, Patriots did not give him a lot. They gave a fifth-round pick this year, or 27, I should say, and a first round in 2028. So they gave up absolutely nothing, relatively speaking, in this year's class. Oh, my bad. My bad on that one. Any organization that can handle the AJ trades Eagles? Yeah, they drafted a receiver first round, too. Yeah, no excuses for the Rams to have to win. Absolutely. Yeah, with Stafford obviously being the way he is, with Stafford almost being done at this point, but still very, very good quarterback, you're going to, you need to do it. Happy AJ Brown training. Yep, no one saw that coming. And by no one, I mean literally everyone. Racine got the inside scoop in more ways than one. She got the inside scoop in more ways than one. You know that poll, I think, won the trade, Pats or the Eagles? Right now, it seems pretty split. Had to be the Rams week 15. Should I pencil that in as a loss already? I wouldn't say that just yet. I wouldn't say that. How many people were at the McGraw? We had about 200. It was pretty packed. About 200 people. And then the bar was completely full for Game 7. It's like a mix of people for that. But Rams are no more than 3 losses next year. I mean, they'll probably split the Niners, split the Seahawks. Yeah, we don't play the Rams. Thank God. Yeah, because we played them last year. Got smoked. I'm going to say fiction. I think they could lose 4, but they're clearly the favorite right now. When the Eagles received, I thought it should have been more. I thought the Eagles could have got a little bit more. I'm a bit surprised I didn't get a pick in 2027. Yeah, poor Romeo Doubs. Although, I will say, for Romeo Doubs, I don't think he can be a number 1. On the outside, he'll be very good. He's still going to be in the starting lineup. I would say, when the Eagles received, I thought they could have gone a little bit more. I thought they could have gone a day 2 pick this year as well. Or 27, but they did not. Yeah, Raymond Berry, 93 years old, phenomenal player, one of the greatest receivers of all time. Probably the best receiver in the pre-merger era besides Don Hudson. Incredible. I mean, the Eagles had to move on. No surprises there. I thought the Eagles could have gone a little bit more in 2027. Obviously, can't handle in 2028 first. What's Steph doing with... Oh, she is not happy. She is not happy right now, I can tell you that much. Still doing a stream later? I think so, yeah. We should be doing a stream later. Yeah, Garrett's a Ram. Garrett is a Ram. The Browns got a lot of picks. They got 3 picks for him. But Garrett is a Ram. They're in win-now mode. Yeah, Eagles just want AJ gone. Yeah, I think they could have gone a little bit more, especially considering the fact that it was June 1st and they had that trade in the works for a while. How's it going, Golden? Still appreciate you being here. Obviously, a lot to dissect. Make sure you hit that like button and subscribe. We'll do an OT stream later tonight. Just want to get on here for a little bit and talk about this news because this is just absolutely insane. He's gonna be a high level slot. Yes, he is. Still at 6:30. Yes, still at 6:30. Matthew won that out of 5. Appreciate you, man. Watch Eagles first rounder in 2020 from New England be a top 5 pick. Oh, that'd be so funny. That would be so funny. I doubt that, but that would be the funniest timeline if that was possible. I do think at this point, though, with the Eagles, that they still need some help at receiver. They don't really have a lot of depth at receiver. Hollywood Brown's washed at this point. Elijah Moore is nothing. Dontavian Wicks is so inconsistent. Like, the Eagles are in trouble at wide receiver, even with drafting Lemon. Oh, they got promoted? Good for them, JP. You love the bit today about the corner with the Jets? Oh, that was so funny. Yeah, we have a new one coming tomorrow about that same cornerback. A new one coming tomorrow about that same quarterback. Yeah, Packers got a first and second for Devontae 4 years ago. Now receivers just given away for nothing. Yeah. Yeah, the Ryan was on the wall for AJ Brown. We knew it was going to happen for a while, and especially when Lemon got drafted. Yeah, I'm surprised with that one too, Keller. Yeah, the NFC West, I'm not low in anyone except for the Cardinals. Yeah, Thunder lost the Rams, got Garrett. I could cry. Yeah. Crazy sequence. Yeah, I think the Rams got a good got an elite player, obviously. They're in win now mode. OBJ going back to the Giants. He has nothing left in the tank. Ever since the Super Bowl, he has nothing left in the tank. Yeah, I saw reports about the Rams acquiring Myles Garrett. I saw nothing. I actually did not see anything about that. So when that happened, that was a shock to me. Yeah, 5 last for the Marlins. Yep. He's going to be fuming. You're not kidding on that one, Selks. You have a surprise Eagles going to try to get Booty, given he's probably getting traded at some point. Yeah. Yeah, I'm a bit surprised by that. I feel like the Eagles still have the same issue. They didn't really upgrade at wide receiver. Ooh, buy, rent, sell. Okay, TR just might card is an easy buy. Rent, R, sell, sell Tim McGraw. That's actually pretty easy. That's pretty easy. I don't understand why the Giants signed OBJ. I don't understand why the Giants are doing anything, what they're doing. I don't understand why they're doing anything. To be fair. I don't understand that, but you better options OBJ. Oh yeah. Yeah, they just want someone cheap. They just want someone cheap who might have some potential, might have anything left in the tank, which I don't think he does, but. But what went Myles Garrett to the Rams? Yeah, crazy move, Matthew. Crazy move. I think it's a good move for the Rams. For both sides, I would say. I think it's a good move for both sides. OBJ should now return to the Giants. Yeah, I agree. I think Myles Garrett to the Rams makes a ton of sense. Obviously, they're in win now mode with the way Matthew Stafford is. And they give a lot of capital. But the Browns, you're not going to be competing this year. Get multiple day 2, day 1 picks the next 3 years. You can, with the way Barry's been drafting as of late, they're in a good spot. With the way Barry's been drafting, they can get some really good pieces if they get the quarterback. They're in a good spot. Faith the Giants this year, Wayne heavily. Oh, it's been Wayne for the past week. Yeah, no, the Giants, no one on the team has an IQ above 5. The Giants signing Beckham put butts in the seats? No, they're not. No. Winner of the trade is Rossini. Yes, Rossini's the winner of the trade. Travers going to Cleveland. Yep, he's going to handle the cold. Travers is going to have to put on a jacket at this point. Eagles get fleeced. Some of them got fleeced, but I think the Patriots got the better end of the deal. I think Eagles could have gotten a lot more. I think the Eagles could have gotten a little bit more than just a first-round pick and a fifth-round pick. In fact, they didn't get a day 1, day 2 picks in 2027. Bit surprised by that. But Patriots made out better in that in the AJ Brown trade. Arson Victor Lehman for 6 months now. Garrett's getting good in the West. Yes, he is. And then thoughts on bold trades. Appreciate you being a member. Cards like 0-17. Yeah, that division's tough. And then with the Patriots, or with Rams trade, I think both sides made out very well. Browns got a lot of capital. They're not competing this year. Rams, they're in win now mode. Which game do you think the Rams lose? I think the one at Levi's. How shocked am I Garrett to the Rams? I would say 8. Well, Juju was working out with them. Not sure if they signed him. Chance to get the Rams go 17-0? 1. It's hard to go 17-0. Yeah, why would today of all days? Because June 1st. A lot of designations take place on June 1st. That's why. Heinz Down says they were leaving. They found about the Myles Garrett trade. Yeah, I haven't seen the Jags' reaction to it yet. Yeah, 5th round picks for 27, the first round's for 28. Yeah. So the Pats going to keep their first round pick in a loaded draft class. Yep. Yes, he's bad for you, Knights. Yes, he's bad. Go to Grossi and Seattle Mariners. Have a great time, man. Have a great time. Pats have the clear AFC East offseason leader. I would agree with that. I would definitely agree with that. There's been a lot of news with the Pats this offseason, obviously. Yeah, Giants are the only team who won OJ. They did sign Juju, man. Wow, they're really building the dream team of 2019. What games could the Rams lose? I mean, look, it's the NFL. It's a week-to-week league. It's a week-to-week league. A lot can happen in the NFL. Niners, Seahawks, I mean, they can lose games. They're not going to go 17-0. Browns, no, this is not one of the worst trades in history, no. No, how shocked am I about Browns and Patriots? 1. Absolute 1. No chance on that. Right, should we made public for it actually happened. Yeah, the Browns, what do you mean the Browns get nothing in return? They got a 2027 first in a loaded class, a 2028 second, and a 2029 third. They got so many picks. Well, the way Andrew Berry's been drafting as of late, they could turn that into something. A Browns and my for OT? Ooh, I like that. Who was worse? I would say Cardinals DC was worse. Yeah, Josh Allen, still no number 1 receiver. Nope, still nothing. Yeah, because CJ Moore's not doing well so far, it looks like. Russell, CBS Sports, not surprised. We knew he was entertaining that offer for a while. We also knew after that audition he had last year that he was made for the media, so. When they moved back to the playoff picture, yes. They definitely moved back to the playoff picture. Easily for the Pats, yeah. Cardinals going 17, no, but they're going to start out pretty poorly. Because that schedule's pretty tough to start. Yeah, it happened. Yep, not surprised with that. Mike or Garrett, which trade was biggest surprise? Easily Garrett. Parsons was rumored for a little bit with the holdout. Garrett seemingly came out of nowhere because they were on good terms. Garrett was on good terms with the Browns. So this happened last year, maybe not, but who won the Garrett trade? I think it was pretty even. I think it was very even. Right, they got Jared Verse. So the Browns got a good edge rusher who's young, 25, Defensive Rookie of the Year winner, and they got 3 high draft picks, including a first rounder in next year's loaded class. Rams are win now mode. They got maybe the best player at his position. So, no one's surprised with that, Nick. No one's surprised with that. Cards, Browns, Jets, Dolphins have no more than 3 wins. Fiction. I think one of them is going to get more than 3. The first is the same picks that got N'Keal Harry and Cole Strange. This is the first true number 1 outside since Moss. Yeah, I would say so. I would say since Moss. But Stanley Cup doesn't start till Tuesday, NBA doesn't start till Wednesday, and the NFL just goes sicko mode today on the quiet day. No, I don't believe in Beck. No, I think Beck was a terrible pick. He's not clutch. He has a noodle arm. I don't believe in Carson Beck. I don't know what the Cardinals are doing. I don't know what the Cards are doing. 50 points on average? No, they're not going to give 50 points on average. That's insane. Which one, Dolphins? Yeah, probably Dolphins. Probably Dolphins. Garrett versus only 25. Not Myles Garrett. No, Garrett's way older than 25. I mean, I would say it's a crap trade. Myles Garrett's 25. Jared versus only 25. Myles Garrett is 30. But he's still, by the time the Browns are competing, he's probably going to be out of his prime. So I get this trade a lot. Why the Browns trade Garrett? Because they got a lot of pieces. They got Jared Verse, and they got 3 draft picks, including a first rounder in 2027, a second rounder in 28, and a third rounder in 29. So that's why. You ever seen Andrew Carruth for the news? Yep. Respect the dedication. Yeah, Chris Olave extension coming. Not surprised with that. Would not surprise me in the slightest bit. How's it going, Evan? Did some more research for future Broncos. It's nice if Elvis Sosa player get burgled. Ooh, that's nice. Cards fans, after seeing the Garrett trade, are feeling more pain than vision. Yes, they are. Yes, they are. Pat signed a long time for $6 million. Now he's on IR. Oof, that's rough. Yeah, Jared versus the Browns. Yep. Seahawks off season. I think. Look, I think they lost some pieces, but it makes sense with the cap. I think they definitely took a step back, but they're still a very, very good team. I think a very, very good team. Right, Garrett 26-27 is the winner, but first will be a better player after that. Yeah, that's where I stand. That's where I stand. I think the Browns definitely took a step back, but it's for the greater good. I think with the way Andrew Berry's been drafting as of late, they just get a quarterback, they're going to be in a very good spot. All good, Evan. All good. Yeah, Myles Garrett won out last year, and then it seemed like everything was cool, and now, obviously, the trade happened. Probably Nick. So about jumps for, I'll let you know, 3 and 5 are disappointed. Wilson not finishing the gauntlet. I'm guessing they're not going to be disappointed. See, he has nothing left in the tank. Oh, yeah, you should, Keller. Absolutely. You definitely should. You definitely should. Oh, yeah, absolutely, Keller. Yep, the Rams are going to have cap trouble when Nakua Steele starts. Yeah, when Nakua Steele starts, probably Stafford's going to be retired. We're the new Pats receiving unit. I think it's deep, and they got 2 good receivers on the outside. I would say top 10. I'd say top 10 receiving unit. A huge shakeup. Yep, huge shakeup. Huge shakeup. Yeah, I'll put a poll up for the Browns one. 61% think the Pats won that trade, and I agree with you there. Right, Bengals don't have to deal Myles Garrett twice here. No, they do not. Yeah, Browns really just going to suck for the next few years, get some draft picks to build up. Yep. They want Thomas to go to Philippine and Russ. Yes, they do. Yes, they do. I mean, Browns wants to get off Deshaun Watson's contract. Myles Garrett's contract is going to be coming off the books. You went for a day 2 pick. Yeah, that's the thing with the Eagles. I think they could have gotten a little bit more. You see week 3 yet. Eagles unit Smith and Lemon, they don't really have any depth outside of it. Eagles unit's probably bottom 8. I mean, obviously Smith is great. We don't know anything about Lemon just yet. You're part of this point. The Broncos picked Surtain over Fields. Yep. That worked out very well for the Broncos. Came on the poll because he's equal. Wouldn't make sense. Matthew with another fire. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate all the donations. With Russ being on the quarterback version of George Seifert, playing his way out of the Hall of Fame, and then bombing on CBS after 1 year. Well, I think Russ is made for the media. Russ did a very good media tour with CBS when he was on NFL Today last postseason. He's pretty comfortable with the media, so I don't think he's going to bomb out the way Seifert did. But it is funny the parallels like that. Yeah, Rams don't believe in first-round picks. So it's working out pretty well for them. Working out pretty well. Yeah, I'm not sure who was saying that, Nick, but yeah, Russ is going to be fine on CBS. Yeah, Seifert had no personality. Seifert had the personality of wet paper cardboard. Russell Wilson has personality on the air. So I think Russ is going to do very well on that show. Oh, yeah, absolutely, 49. Yeah, absolutely. Russ, like Hall of Fame? No. He played himself out. He played himself out of the Hall of Fame. He could have if he just was average after he went for the Broncos and beyond, but no, he played himself out of the Hall of Fame. So the Browns, Rams obviously won the trade. I mean, I don't know about that. I think it's a win-win. Right, they got a first. Yep, they got a first in 28. They got a first. Yeah, poor Grossi, all those different videos. Although I think he made him in the hotel room. I think he made a video in the hotel room. Right, the near-term Rams won, but I think by 2028 it's going to be pretty even. But obviously the first 2 years, it will definitely be a win for the Browns. Yeah, Kyle Williams, that'll be interesting next year. Yeah, I think 2026, 2027 will definitely be Rams win the trade, and then by 2028, it's going to be a whole lot different. Because the Browns, again, they have a lot of picks the next couple of years, and they are in a good spot to trade up to get a quarterback, potentially. Right, Seifert had zero media experience, yeah. Seifert had zero media experience, which Russell Wilson does. Russell Wilson has a lot of media experience. Yeah, Russell said we're stable now. Yep. He'll be good on CBS. And look, I think Russell Wilson, good quarterback. Obviously not a Hall of Famer at this point. And did Russell Wilson play well that one? I don't know about that. He played better than he did when he first got there. It's not saying much. Your Browns with this trade, their core is now young. If they hit the right quarterback, think they're playoff bound. Yeah, I mean, look, the Rams, as long as they get a ring, they don't care how the Browns hit on those picks. If they get a ring, then they're in a really good spot. Rams and Super Bowl less Hall of Famer? Yes, absolutely. How should the future of the Eagles change after this trade? Well, they definitely got worse at receiver this offseason. I think the Cowboys are now the favorites for the division after this trade. I think Cowboys are the favorites. Loser of the trade, Jared versus... Yeah, go from LA to Cleveland. Oof. The terms of the trade. Yeah, so A.J. Brown got traded to the Patriots. Patriots give a 2027 fifth and a 2028 first. As for the Myles Garrett trade, Garrett goes to the Rams. The Browns get Jared Verse, a 2027 first, a 2028 second, and a 2029 third. So that's the terms of the trade. How's it going, I'm Swain? Appreciate you being here. Right, Eagles are probably the winner because they have draft picks to build back on, or to build on. I mean, they got the 2028 first, but 2027 fifth. I mean, I thought they could have gone a little bit more day 2. Yeah, I think they could split Keller, yeah. Commanders not division favorite? No, they never were. They never were division favorite. It's always been Cowboys and Eagles. I think now the Cowboys definitely have the edge. Commanders are not even close to division favorites. No way. No, I don't think it's a hot take at this point, JP. I actually don't think it's a hot take. Especially if Lemon is not good and struggles as a rookie. Their passing game is weak. Barkley's getting on the older side of things. Obviously, Sirianni, question mark. What's Steph doing? I have no clue. Hoping that the Giants can build off of that momentum. Hope my team gets to a new manager soon. Hopefully, Tim. Yeah, only if yeah, Pats gave a pretty good moves. Pats got I think the Pats definitely won that trade. He also just plastered around his last season. Fiction, but he's on the hot seat. Oh, it's a story? Oh, she is trying to get early access to the song. Yep, trying to get early access to the song. Barkley skis for canon. He needs one more season. 1 or 2 more seasons. Yeah, it feels like Eagles are going to slump. Yep. Yeah, Orange is going to be in the slot. Lime is going to be on the outside. Yep. What was... Wait, let me see if I see Kevin. Hang on. Sorry about that. Oh, the 2 trades out to grade him? Oh, yeah, I didn't get to that. My bad on that one. So, I would say win-win in the Rams-Browns trade. I think the Eagles could have gotten a little bit more. So I would say Eagles get a C-, Pats get an A, and then Browns and Rams each get, I would say Browns and Rams each get an A-. Kamara's our favorite? No. Well, Ayuk has not done anything in a while. They have no defense. Eagles defense should still be excellent. Yes, the defense should still be excellent. You've never understood evil. Nope. Yeah, Saquon's on pace. Yeah, problem is that he's getting up there in age, and he fell off last year a little bit. It's not out of the realm of possibility, but he's not in Canada as things stand right now. He's not in Canada right now. Yeah, Bills did give Josh Johnson weapons. Yeah, they overpaid for DJ Moore, and DJ Moore, his foot looks banged up. Yeah, St. John's with the upset. Good for them. Did not see that coming. Did not see that coming. Well, Zonka's out of retirement? Well, he's not coming out of retirement, but... Commanders will be closer to last year or the year before that? I think closer to last year. The gap between the Pats and Bills and Arrows, I agree. I definitely agree. Yeah, Bears looking right. They always look right on that one. They always look right, considering that. They always look right. Moore was falling off a little bit, and the Bears had a pretty deep receiving unit. So, they were always looking right. I said that from day one when Bills overpaid. And now it looks even crazier. The Arsenal Premier League version of the Cowboys. At least Arsenal won. Arsenal finally got the monkey off their back. Packers get Sweat. Yeah, I've heard the rumors. That the Cards and Pats are working on a deal. I don't know. Sweat's worth more than a third. Sweat, to me, is worth more than a third. Like, if that's the price, I'd be on that if I'm Jacksonville. Like, Sweat's worth more than a third to me. Pats making another SC championship chances? I would say 20%. I don't see why not. Where a lot of teams didn't strip around down the cap space, yeah. Yeah, the Pats had a crap ton of cap space. Yeah, crazy for the deadline. Yeah, the deadline this year... The deadline this year was pretty crazy. To be fair, deadline this year with the Sauce Gardner trade, Jacoby Myers, we had some pretty good moves at the deadline. Yeah, but June 1st, when the contracts take into account, yep. Yeah, Rams trade surprising. The other one, not at all. No, A.J. Brown, we knew that coming for a while. We knew A.J. Brown was coming for a while. So, no surprises there. You love Myles straight for being a Steeler fan? Yeah, he's out of your division. Yeah, Beckham back to the Giants. Yeah, there's nothing left in the tank. Beckham has nothing left. He has had nothing left since he tore the Achilles at the Super Bowl. Yeah, Sweat's worth a 2. Sweat is easily worth a 2. I'd even say a 1. I'd say you could even get a first for him, but he's definitely worth a 2nd. Sweat can play. He's one of like the 5 good players on that team. The only offer they have is Tampa offering a 4th. Green Bay would do a LVN, a 3rd, a 4th for Sweat Harrison, the rumored deal. For Sweat and Marvin... Oh, man. A 3rd and a 4th for Sweat and Marvin Harrison. I think Cards get fleeced on that one. Who's less talent around them? Oh, Herbert. Joe Burrow has T. Higgins and Jamar Chase. He has the best 1-2 punch out there. Rams go 13-4. I'm going to say fact. I think that'll be the record. Like, if Sweat's worth a 2, I'll take him. I would happily take Sweat at that point. Yeah, Aaron Rodgers' stock went up in fantasy. Yep. Yep, with Garrett no longer there. Yep. You know, the Burrow has, like, the best receiving one, too. Yeah, the Gross Meat was great. Yeah, I can't wait to see the video on that one. The Gross Meat was great. It was a while, so definitely for going. Definitely be prepared. It's going to take a while. He really personalizes with everyone. He talks for a while, which is awesome. Your cards for us fly done with those two. I don't know why. They're two of the only guys who can play on that team. Thoughts OBJ is nothing left of the tank. Yeah, and Berrios and Juju. They're trying to build the dream team of 2019, which I don't understand. Rams stock the defense? Yes. Yeah, definitely. You crazy. Russ retired. Juju signing. Odell signing the trades. Yep. Charter even compared to the Bengals. Charters are way better. Charters defense is way better. Yeah, Russ retired. Yep. Which I'm not surprised by. Russ, we had a feeling he was going to CBS for a while now. Yeah, that was an embarrassing series, Jackson. To get swept. Took photos? I took some, but for the most part, just vibing. All right, Russ is technically taking a break yet, but he's cooked. He has nothing left in the tank athletically at this point or physically. He's going to stay retired, I think. I'd be very surprised if he comes back. Yeah, Darnold's like a train exorcist. Yep. If they get sweats, going to be multiple players involved. Ooh, man. That would be crazy. That would be crazy if that happens. And Payne as a Browns fan, yeah, obviously. I think it's going to work out well for you guys. I think it will work out well. Jared versus a really good player. You get a lot of good picks, but I thought Brown was going to be a lifer. So, I get it. It's never easy when one of your favorite players and a Hall of Famer is gone. You know, TJ contract is it's not tradable at this point now. Carlos give the number 1 pick, fact or fiction? I'm going to say fact at this point. I'm going to go fact. Should we finally upload the Haters Guide? Yeah, he wants to copyright issues of that, so have not seen it yet, obviously, but yeah, Giants' street record would be deadly if it was 2019. It would be very deadly. Yeah, I don't think Cards train Marvin Harrison. They got 3 years of control under him still. I'd be very, very surprised. Be very, very surprised. $7 recommend quarterbacks? I think right now he's top 10. Right now. So if the Myles trade on Madden got declined. Yeah, well, Madden's trade logic is broken. You can sign free agents in Madden and trade them for a 7th round pick, then trade a 7th for a 6th, 6th for a 5th, and just get 1st round picks doing nothing in Madden. Tomlin coming back, I think he's going to stay in the media. I think he's burnt out. I think he's going to stay in the media. I think he's staying there. Only jersey I have remaining on the Browns is Jerry Jeudy. Oof. F's in the chat. Oof, that's rough. That's rough. Yeah, Danger, which is out of the sandwich menu for a long time. Yep. Volcourt's going to get hurt. Yep. Myles, Baker, OBJ, Chubb. Oh, that's a rough stretch of jerseys. Turning point alternative Super Bowl halftime show next year will be better than last year's. I mean, I don't even think they're going to do it. I'm not sure they do it. Have Murray above Darnold? Yeah, that's stupid. Yeah, Murray's not above Darnold. Not even close. Not at this point, no. I'm not even sure they're going to do it. Tim, I'm not even sure they're going to do it. But, yeah, Murray's not above Darnold. No, not even close at this point. Yeah, did my segment, but not this year. No, not this year. Not in this class. OT now? No, we're going to do it later. We're going to do OT later. Just want to come on here for a little bit. We'll do OT in like 90 minutes. We'll do that. All right, has your song not heard it yet? Have not heard the new song yet. Have not heard the new song yet. $7 going to have a Steve Young like turnaround. He could. He definitely could. Players Browns straight away the last 6 years make the playoffs and they form a new team. Yes, they would. Yes, they would. Wish we got a 2028 first for the Rams instead of a 2028 second and 2029 third. Yeah, I think he's still got a lot. He's still got 3 picks inside the first 2 days of the draft. And he got Jared Verse. I think he would have gotten 2028 first if he didn't get Jared Verse. But Jared Verse, you got a rookie of the year. You got a 25-year-old really good edge rusher. Yeah, there you go, Matthew. There you go. Right, A.J. Brown should have been publicized before, but Rossini spilled the beans on that one. Yeah, Rossini really tanked their career for that. Rossini really got the inside scoop on that one, in more ways than one. Yeah, I can't believe it either. MKI. I cannot believe it either. Let's score back some Mendoza over Hurts. And Mendoza didn't play the snap. I don't buy that for a second just yet. You probably just get wrecked some other people. It was less locker room drama now. Yeah, I mean AJ Brown, he had to go. AJ Brown had to go. He had to go. Okay, corner Gutekunst. Apparently the Green Bay Packers beat writer for The Athletic said that Gutekunst has not discussed a thing about Josh Sweat potentially. Right, if Warren wins Defensive Rookie of the Year, then we repeat the D-Roy conversation. Yep. Heat and Bucks have a deal with Giannis in place. I'm not sure. I'm not sure they have a deal in place. Just yet. I think Hurts is declining. I do think that Giannis will get traded. I'm not sure where. Would he hang out in New England? Probably not. Still play the slot. The big four is Trevor next? Yes, Trevor is next at this point, yes. Yes, Rams fan, I don't know what to say. I'm happy we got Garrett, but Lango versus Bitter. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. I'm with you. Oh, Myles will be an upgrade. Myles will definitely be an upgrade. I can't believe that either. In case say, yeah, Todd Haley's not the smartest guy. They said they're doing it? Oh, wow. Well, yeah, because the first one went so well. It literally went so well that it ran over. Oh, the Packers from the North? I get you on that one, Tim. I get you there. Yeah, Myles will be an upgrade. The question is for how long. The question is for how long he'll be an upgrade. Which division is the best? I think top to bottom, NFC North. Giannis Cavs from Mobley and every pick we have available. That'd be a good trade. That'd be a good one. Yeah, it's supposed to be a normal day. Although June 1st is not supposed to be normal in the NFL. That's the first day of the post-June 1st designations, so I wouldn't say it's supposed to be normal. But been hyped about the Knicks and finals since '99. Crazy. This is gonna be a crazy finals. One of the most anticipated finals of all time. New York versus Wemby. I mean, it's gonna be great. Yeah, the trade we all expected to happen. Yep, we all knew Brown was happening. Garrett, no one knew. Garrett kind of came out of nowhere, but Brown, no surprises there, Johnster. No surprises there. Yeah, Bucks need to rebuild. Bucks need to rebuild at this point. Well, this year I think Mr. LA. I think this one there's smoke to it now that they missed the playoffs. I think this year there's smoke to it. Yeah, you got to get one, Pats fans. Yep. Last two Eagles players were 11 were AJ and Wentz both ended up forced to go trade. Pretty much, yep. Ravens are favored Baltimore second to win all. I can see that, yeah. I can definitely see it. I have the Ravens in the Super Bowl this year. I think I'm going to go Ravens-Rams. I think I'm going Ravens-Rams. I had Niners, I'm going Rams. Yeah, 11 scores in Philly. Finally, ready for a rebuild in offense. Yeah, the offense is getting worse. You know, OKC had a good season. Just ran into the brick wall that is Wemby. And Chet Holmgren, they got to figure that out. They got to figure out with the Holmgren what to do because he was getting bodied. I mean, only 4 points in game 7 is awful. Potential videos about Raymond Berry? Potentially, yeah. I might come out with a video tomorrow. I have a video planned for tomorrow, but obviously Raymond Berry passed away, so I have to see if I can find something. Yeah, if Knicks win all the parade would be World Cup match day. Jeez. You know, there are games taking place while there are games at MetLife, which is going to be crazy. It's going to be crazy. A non-zero chance to repeat 99 Spurs from the series 4-1. Yeah, I think if it goes before 6, it's going to be the Spurs. I'd be surprised if the Knicks win in 4 or 5. I think Spurs in 6 is my pick. Rick Ramon was top of the world 99. He was. Live La Vida Loca. Is Bucks going to get Giannis out of here? Yeah. Howie, how do I rebuild on the offense? I would definitely get deeper receivers. Definitely get deeper receivers. That makes sense, Nick. That makes sense. Yeah, I think if it's 4 or 5, it's going to be the Spurs. If it's 4 or 5, I'm going to go with the Spurs. So it's just playoffs. That's pretty bold. I'd be surprised with that. I would be a little bit surprised. They were not that good? That's crazy, Mr. Rowland. That is crazy. What do you mean they weren't that good? They were like the top 2 team in the league alongside the Rams. They were third in points scored and first in defense. Thoughts about his coach? He's a good coach. He's a very good coach. Yeah, St. John's baseball school now. Do you think Neighbors comes back? Yes, Neighbors is going to come back. Neighbors will come back this year. I mean, he was running the bases in that charity game. I think he's coming back this year. Yeah, Violent to be pretty good. I'll have to wait and see on Golden Seal. Titans finish above 500. I could see that. You know, the defense looks a lot better now with the moves they made. Salah's a lot better than what they had before. Cam Ward looked good final month of the season. I could see it. I could see it. Especially Cardinal Tate's lighting it up apparently in camp. Cardinal Tate's lighting it up right now for the Titans in camp. So, if he's the guy, maybe. Maybe on that one. Yeah, but Seahawks were great last year. They were third in points scored, first in points allowed. Yeah, that's brutal, Jackson. That's brutal. That is brutal. Lions fire Campbell? I'd be surprised by that. Unless they go like 3-14, I'd be flabbergasted if they fire Campbell. Yeah, Titans going to middle, I think like 7-10. I think 7-10. Your relief is a feeling? Yep. Yeah, we all knew it was coming. We all knew AJ Brown was going to get traded. We knew June 1st was probably the date. It was going to happen. Aaron's all going to come back and play Myles. Yeah, I think he's well retired. He's lost a lot of weight at this point. Yeah, I think Eagles are definitely worse off. I think they could have gotten a little bit more. I'm surprised they're not getting a day 2 pick in 2027. Oh, that's awful, Michael. Sorry to hear about your little sister. But most high finals since LeBron Curry? Yes, easily. Easily, not even close. New York versus Wemby? Yep. No, Browns is not tough decisions. Not at all. They got Jared Verse. They got 3 picks in the top 3 in the first 3 days. Or first 2 days, I should say. They got 2027 first in a loaded class, 2028 second, 2029 third, and Jared Verse. They're not competing this year. I don't think it's a dumb decision. No, I think the Browns made out very well in that trade. Playoff teams this year? Ooh. Yeah, I think Saints from the South. So I'm going to go Saints, Cowboys. Yeah, Scattaboo. He has an IQ above 5 at this point. Rams do a prime AD. I mean, it'd be the greatest defensive line of all time. Greatest D line of all time. Reverse first sweep makes sense. As a Celtics fan, makes sense. Okay, yeah. Cowboys, Saints. Give me the Packers. Give me the Seahawks, the Niners, the Rams, and the... I'll go Lions. And then for the AFC, give me the Bills, the Jaguars, the Texans, the Ravens, the Broncos, the Chargers, and the Chiefs. Yeah, last year's was good. Yeah, last year's went 7. It was not high, but last year's was 7. Defending defense failure. That's not a dumb decision. No, come on. Come on, they got so much capital. They got so much capital plus Jared Verse. They got a 25-year-old defensive rookie of the year winner. They got so much capital. They got 3 high draft picks, including one in a loaded class next year. Absolutely. It's a fair trade. It's a fair trade. The Rams are in win now mode. The Browns are not competing this year. By the time they're competing, Garrett's going to be out of his prime. I think it's a great move for both sides. That's why I'm Baltimore. Because John Harbaugh's gone. I like Minner a lot. And they improved a lot this offseason. Or at least the Browns will do what Nico Harrison did. Yeah, they got stuff. They got something good out of it. You know, Thunder with Finals, thank God for that. But it's not bold. NKC, they were 13-4 last year. I don't think it's bold at all. Yeah, Giants bringing back OBJ feels like a pity return to atone for him trading to the Browns in 2019. He has nothing left in the tank at this point. His legs are shot. His legs are shot. How's it going, Lou? Appreciate you being here. Appreciate you being here. Yeah, I can see that, JP. I definitely see that. Everyone clowning the Browns. Yeah, this is a great trade for the Browns. I think the Browns made it very well in this one. Getting 3 high draft picks plus Jared Verse, I think they made it very well. Yeah, Little Rock going in the regional. I love that. The Cowboys, Lions, Rams, Saints, and 3 Packers, Niners, Rams, Reds. Yep. Yep. I could definitely see that. Yeah, I think Saints win that division. I like Kellen more. I like the way Chuck played last year. Yeah, I can see that too, Nick. Right, Garrett and for Verse, yeah, I'm surprised with that. I think everyone's surprised with that. You know, well, AD, we knew he was cooked at this point. We knew AD was cooked. You hate the Rams when so many people didn't deserve it, got in? I don't know what you even mean by that. I don't even know what you mean. You know, AD, we knew was cooked injury-wise. I would you back with the Giants also decided Squirrel will be over sooner rather than later. Yep. Yep, the turf monster. We'll see. Yeah, AJ Brown when he was coming, Garrett and for Verse did not see that coming. Great trade for both parties. Obviously, win now mode for the Rams. Browns cleared some cap space. They get a very good, promising young player. Yeah, we're going to see with Eagles having Hurts. This is a make or break here for Hurts, potentially. Yeah, Commanders, I'd be surprised if they make a Johnster. I'd be surprised with that one. Yeah, MC's going to be loaded at the top. MC's loaded at the top. Browns version of the process? No, I wouldn't say that. They're drafting very well as of late. They got Jared Verse. Garrett is he's on the wrong side of 30. Jared Verse is a very good player. I don't think it's the process at all. I think it's, look, the Deshaun Watson contract hamstrung us. We're going to trade Garrett, clear some cap space, get a lot of draft picks. We're drafting very well as of late. You know, the trade stinks. I get you on that one. The trade should sting. The trade should sting. Bold prediction? Yeah, that's a little bit bold. I'm not crazy about Bryce Young. Oh, that's crazy, Mr. Remote. He bandwagons? How is he bandwagon? He got traded there. Enough of that crap. He got traded. He wasn't a free agent on the 7th round. He got traded there. How is that bandwagoning? Enough of that salty bandwagon crap. You heard speak Cleveland sports fan? Yeah. I don't blame you. I don't blame you. He at least needs struck while Garrett while it's still in his prime. Yep, he's got 2 years, at least, as number one defensive end. He's got 2 years as a very good edge rusher. No, I understand for the Rams. I understand. Myles Garrett's the best at his position. Myles Garrett's the best at his position. You're in win now mode. You are in complete win now mode. You're in win now mode, so I get it completely. You have the Jags to 1 seed. Wow. Biggest reach in the top 5? Ooh. Browns botched their picks to be left on the couch. Yeah, that would be bad if they botched their picks. 25 Le Mans this month, yep. Ooh, biggest reach in the top 5 in recent years. I would say... I mean, Farrell's up there. Farrell with the Raiders is definitely up there. Anthony Richardson, I knew from the start was not going to work out. Probably Farrell with Clemson, with the Raiders. The Agent Brown, a decent return. I mean, getting a first-round pick is good, but they didn't get the one in 27, and they didn't get a day 2 pick, which I was surprised by. Jackson said, well, I would love that. Cleveland sports are looking up. I don't think it's a hot take. I don't think it's a hot take at all. Just 2 more years for Stafford, gotta go for it. Yeah, you have to. You have to go for it. You have to go for it. What do Ravens get? What do you mean, what do Ravens get? Huh? Wait, what do you mean, what do Ravens get? Farrell Richardson was Rick below Farrell. Easily Farrell. Easily. Easily. So Rams favorites? Yes. Rams and Ravens are the favorites. Rams and Ravens are the favorites. NFL St. Louis set up and speaking to us for a while. Yes, they've not been. Scoutmakers happy with this trade. Yes, they are. They're very happy with this trade. Sleeper for this year? Ooh, sleeper. I would say... Ooh, sleeper. Highest odds of a team not being defending champions have it win the Super Bowl? No. Not at all. No, the Broncos and the Ravens, when they won their titles. Or Ravens get besides... Oh, Hendrickson. They got Hendrickson. I mean, the way he coached, I believe in MKI. I believe it. I don't think it's a hot take, Johnster. I don't think it's a hot take, but I could definitely see it. I mean, they missed the playoffs this year, so I don't think it's a hot take. Sleeper for this year, I'd say the Vikings potentially, only because they went 9-8 last year with no quarterback. So... Yeah, Browns are a sleeper. No, they're not. Yeah, The Browns better chance to get a top quarterback. Yeah, because they're hamstrung by the trade. They're so hamstrung by the Deshaun Watson contract. Jags Broncos week 2 better than Commanders Cowboys. I'm with you on that one. I agree 100%. And as well, both got 1 and 3, so the Eagles definitely 1 more for AJ. Yeah, he had no leverage though. They had no leverage. Vikings still have no quarterback. I mean, McCarthy plays better, and I mean, look, I think Murray, he's not great, but he's better than Brosmer. He's better than Brosmer. I think Jags are a sleeper. I actually don't think the Jags are a sleeper. They were 13 and 4 last year. They're not a sleeper. Everyone's got better besides Harbaugh. Hendrickson being there. I think Hendrickson helps the defensive line a lot. And the draft class they had. So I would say that. And Jesse Minter. Jesse Minter's a heck of a coach, I think. Yeah, playoff Lamar could strike again, yeah. Lamar's got to show in the playoffs. He's done nothing in the playoffs. Jags pick the next 3 years. I'm going to say fiction, only because as a Jaguar fan, I'm taught never to believe in anything. But that'd be fun. It'd be fun if they did. I would love it if they did. I would absolutely love it if they did. Yeah, Watson's got this time next year, yes. He is absolutely gone this time next year. How's it going, Dale? Appreciate you being here. Appreciate you being here on this crazy, crazy Monday. Third round for Sorsby? You'd be crazy to draft Sorsby. Be crazy. Be crazy. With a gambling addiction, betting on his team, you'd be crazy to do it. No, I think it's unfair for 49ers. No, I don't think that's unfair at all. I think with that roster, yeah, I think so. Yeah, I'd be fine with that, Johnster. I'd be fine with that one. Brandon's Reds pick today? Yes, it would be. Yep. You could open summon a Congress to testify about the league's broadcast contracts where they're harming consumers. We have better things to worry about. I mean, my God. What kind of a joke is that? We have better things to worry about. All the games are free, by the way. All the games, if you're in your local market, you can watch all the games for free. For the NFL, compared to other sports, we have bigger things to worry about. It's going to go nowhere, because MLB, NBA, NHL, you have to, even if your local market, you have to watch all the games behind a paywall and pay money for it. NFL, you're in the local market, you can watch all the games for free. Source Texas Tech quarterback who gambled. Yeah, it will be weird, Johnster. To do it twice will be weird. Yeah, Trevor looked amazing second half of last season. Trevor looked amazing. Whoever drafts Sorsby is a moron. You draft a guy who has a gambling addiction. You draft a guy who has a gambling addiction. Who bet against his own team. Who's not taking any accountability. You're a moron. And when Weatherford with the 2 are hot take versus better than Garrett by 27, I actually don't think it's a hot take. I actually don't think that's a hot take. Garrett's on the wrong side of 30. Obviously, this year Garrett's going to be better, but Garrett is on the wrong side of 30. I could definitely see Jared Verse being better. I mean, look, Verse was a phenomenal player with the Rams. Phenomenal player. Science has less value. It's still pretty decent value. No, I actually don't think it's an idiotic take. Jags would AFC we needed to introduce to the Super Bowl. Oh god, that'd be so funny. That'd be so funny. Jags, Broncos, and Rams, Seahawks. I can see that. I can see. Browns hold the trade. I think it's a pretty even trade. Has he given his thoughts? Yeah, he doesn't like putting on a jacket. He doesn't like the fact he has to put on a jacket now. He liked it in LA. He liked it. But at least the NBA has tried to rectify that. Yeah, the NFL, all the games are, if you're in your local market, you can watch the games on your TV. Watt or Garrett? Easily Garrett. Not even close. Watt's past his prime at this point. Easily Garrett. Yeah, I think so, Colton. I think so. I think they know he's gone. Right, Inside the NBA is on ABC. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Yeah, I'm not even sure that's too bold. I mean, Jared Verse won Defensive Rookie of the Year. He's a darn good player. Source of the guy was a talented third-round pick? Yes. Yes, I would say so. College World Playoff schedule? I have not seen it yet. Ooh, the day, the number one song on that day, October 91. I'm going to guess Promise of a New Day by Paul Abdul. Same with Jags, Ravens, Niners, Rams. Yeah, I'm going to stay with that for now. Eagles get the Brown trade. They got a 2027 fifth and a 2028 first. Testify whether it's unfair. Whether it's unfair. That's what it is. Like I say, whether their TV contracts are unfair. Right, we know the takeover, yep. Yeah, well, Mason Grant, big shoes to fill. Yep. Big shoes to fill now. Although he played well last year. He played very well last year. One notable celebrity is a Jaguar fan. Asher Goodman, the guy on Ghosts. Asher Goodman's a big-time Jaguars fan. He is a big-time Jaguars fan. Oh, they're skipping New Year's Eve. Thank God, because of the I know the NFL is doing a game New Year's Eve, so thank God for that. They skipped that. All by 1 week. Was it When a Man Loves a Woman? Was it unbelievable? Yeah, let me see the schedule. Yeah, they're not doing New Year's. Thank God for that. December 30th. Oh, and the Fiesta Bowl standalone game. Okay, I might go to that. We'll see. Think they're unfair? No, I don't think it's unfair at all. No, you can still watch all the games for free. You can still watch all the games for free if you're in the local market. Compared to other sports, we have bigger things to worry about. I Adore Me More? Oh, good song. Yeah, the Blair Thomas fumbles, hope people remember him. Yep, he was a big-time bust. I don't know how they choked that game. That's one of those games, it still baffles me. Telford Day's video is a bit misleading. Which one did you get? I did an A-B thumbnail test. So you probably got the one about Monday Night Football. Which one did you get? Because there's 3 titles happening right now. There's 3 titles. So you might have gotten a different one. I'm running an A-B thumbnail test. There are 3 different thumbnails, 3 different titles. So you might have gotten a different one. Going to expand? Yes, they're going to expand at some point. They will expand at some point. Not sure when, but they will expand at some point. The college football games on ABC. I love that. I love the finals on ABC. I love that. No, and I did it too with the title. You can do it with the title as well. No, I'm not going to put it online. No, of course not Fortnite. No, I would never put that online. No, it's your work. I would never leak it like that. No. Dante Moore, Cleveland Brown. It's looking likely at this point. Those were a quarterback in 27. It fell number 5 the week after. It was number 1 last week, man. Biggest stroke of Jets history. Okay, so you got that one. Yep, you got that one. I have one that's Monday Night Football history, and then one about Jets-Vikings rivalry. I don't think so, Jackson. I don't think so. Yeah, Blair Thomas, what a bust he was. What a big-time bust he was. Yeah, Texas Ladies beat Tennessee twice and in the national championship. Good for them. Adrian Brown, we're number 1 for the Pats. Yeah, obviously can't. Switching the numbers. Plays Garrett with Judkins. Don't hate it. Don't hate it. Don't hate that at all. All right, we've been on for about an hour, so I need to eat lunch. And then we're going to be live for overtime. So here's the game plan. We're going to be live for overtime in about, I would say, 75 minutes. Yeah, right. Yeah, Jets-Vikings. It's actually funny. That one's actually testing the worst right now. It's actually funny, JP. I can show you the test results. I can show you that. It's actually testing the worst. The Jets-Vikings one is actually doing the worst, oddly enough. Already sell the team? He should. He should have sold it a while ago. Angels suck. Pats, I don't think you overpaid. A first rounder in 28, and they give up a day 1 or day 2 pick in 27. So I think got a pretty good deal. They got a very good deal on that. Yeah, honestly, the Vikings one doing the worst right now, which is bizarre. So that's why I do the AB thumbnail test. I thought Vikings were going to do the best, but it's done the worst. Yeah, Boaty scale for 6:30. Yep. So we'll be live for that in about an hour. So see you guys there. Appreciate you guys the time for tuning in again. Saw the breaking news. Signed Diggs. Yeah, I mean, well, Diggs is a bit of a head case. So you replaced one head case with another. Yep. Right, I would hate that. But beggars can't be choosers, Keller. I don't care what's how we play as long as we're in there that game. But that one's only the title and thumbnail. Yeah, it's... Although it was a choke. I mean, to be fair, it was a choke. Oh, it's all good for you, Knights. It's all good on that one. Right, Sport Broadcasting Act, but they're not violating it. Friday, Saturday, they're not violating it. They're being completely compliant with the Broadcasting Act, so they're being completely compliant with it. All right, so see you guys in about an hour. We'll do Q&A OT. Appreciate you guys for tuning in, and I will see you guys.